The next drawing will be about the color green. We've explored the color yellow with my sphere. We've also explored the color blue with my cube and red with the feather. I went on to something a little more advanced. So over here in this area, I did the kitchen witch. That's a little more advanced drawing. Let's get back to the basics. And this one's about transparency. The same thing if you remember back in high school when we had to draw the bottle. We always thought that would be, oh, this is so easy. I can draw the bottle, right? Then you actually get down to drawing it, and it's really hard. But that's a very important study in advanced drawing. So I'm going to be drawing this green bottle to cool us off. A cooler color of green. It's summertime, it's hot. Get a chance to cool off with your spritzer bottle. Spray down your plants. Spray away the cat when it's starting to get a little bit too scratchy. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll get a following. We'll see. Alright. Furthermore art, because in a world of AI art, there's always room for furthermore art. Okay, so I've picked out all the colors I plan on using on my next drawing of this transparent bottle. And here we go. And I've found the matches I need. My dark green, or myrtle, which spreads into summer green when I use my blenders. I noticed when I blended down towards the bottom there of that color, I got a lot more of the color that I needed right there. It's a very dark green. Glade green, it looks a little yellow because when I went in there with my blender, it had some yellow left over from a previous draw. I tried to ignore that, but the lettering there that says Glade green or traffic green, that's a good one. I got a dark gray I picked out from my fluorescent pencils, and a gate gray. A gate gray, very feather light, very luminescent. Let's get mapping this drawing out. So, now when you're mapping out a drawing, guys, you just want the basics. I want to get the head of this object here. I'm going to have the handle down here. You just want simple lines. Draw this out as nicely as I can, quickly as I can. You don't want to spend too much time on mapping. Okay, there's a couple spots I see where I'm going to need the reflection of the water, the details of the spray head, just general directions. Nothing has to be perfect here. There we go. Shadow's roughly going to be real small but prevalent right down at the bottom. Okay, that's all I did on mapping. I'm actually going to start drawing now. Start putting in the details. Now, if I were a cartoon artist, I can really dig deep on this mapping that I did and totally make like a comic book style squirt bottle in front of your eyes right now. But I'm going to try to make it as realistic as possible in combination with this paper, this Cranston paper. The texture of the paper is going to make it really come out and animate it and bring it to life. Keep everything clean. Okay. Alright. Stay tuned. For this next draw, I'm breaking out some fancy pencils. This one is called Day Glow Green. It's part of my highlighted pencils series that I've got for some highlights and some special occasions. Remember, sharpen your pencils. It's been a while since I've used this one, and it needs sharpened. So what I'm going to do is come into these little tiny areas that I've got. That's a nice sharp enough point. And to increase the values of the greens that I'm using, let me see, get a better lighting for you guys. Just going in there, there's this little button, this little screw right here that holds this handle part together that I wanted to become really green. I was just having a difficult time with the other pencils, so I got out my magical highlighting pencils. fluorescent pencils actually. This Dago green is really coming out nicely. That's exactly the color that I'm looking for, guys. I've never been so happy. Oh, it's such a relief when you find in drawing you found a color that works. I'm so happy. And in fact, coming along and drawing with me today, this is really special because when you get a color so right, Dago green. Oh, I hold these pencils with such great value. And let me tell you what, lightly and turning my pencil head as I go. I'm twisting this pencil head like this as I draw so it grabs the tooth. It's gonna look wonderful, guys, at the end. You can barely see any of this color, I know, but it is coming through miraculously. I've never been so happy with a color. Okay, we can see at this point it's way too light, so I need to darken in the gray areas up around the handle to bring out the handle. It's definitely needs some sharpening of the detail of the reflections of the glass and a little more correction of color in certain areas, more shading and depth. It's almost there. Just gonna break out a little more fabric pastel on this cold gray up in this area where the shadow of the handle kind of comes together. There we go. Real softly. Lighten up a bit. These finer details. Come on. Dang, this pencil is so stubborn. These ink tenses can really fight you. It's getting there. Just one fine line makes all the difference in the details. Make sure that pencil stays sharp. These finer details. I need to bring in as much of this as I can. Bring it over. Too much in areas, too little in other areas. I'm still working on it, but we're almost ready for blending on this. You can see there's a lot of fine details. I gotta add up to at least 3 layers in every part of this before Blender can touch it. Start to make more sense of these details on the handle. I got 1 more hour left on it, guys. I think a little too much on this shadow. I keep getting upset that I'm doing too much on this shadow here. Just want to lighten it up a bit for now. Try to use my eraser as a molder, and I hate erasing, guys. I do. But sometimes it helps if it means getting more refinement. Okay, almost there, guys. It's too late. I want a little fluorescent on the green up there, so it's gonna have to be that way. And okay, stay tuned. I'm gonna be blending this real soon. Spritzer bottle. My bottle drawing is finally done. And finally, we've concluded our study in transparent objects, and that makes quite a big difference overall. I like how it turned out. A lot of summer greens, a lot of different experimentation on this one. Did the best I can with what I got to my ability, to the best of my ability. I think it's finished, guys. It's looking pretty good. It takes studying bottle to get better at drawing, and especially in drawing things as realistically as possible. So many fine details in this bottle, and the water in the bottle, the shadow makes it come together, makes it pop right out of the paper, right out at you. Hey, let's sign it up. It's time to sign this one and sign it off and move on to the next one. Right down here, I'm going to use one of the colors that I used on this. My signature through. Alright, just sign my signature right there. That's my signature. And there it is. The spritzer bottle. And advanced drawing and color pencil. And it was time to finish it. It was getting exhausting trying to make it perfect. I just wanted to be done with it, right? Let's call this a finished project and move on to the next one. Stay tuned for furthermore art. In the world of AI, there's always room for furthermore art. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really like it. Cools me off.